This video is going to feature Blum's HS top. It's up and over, they call it, up and out of the way. It goes over the top of the cabinet. When you look at this picture, it's easy to see that you're going to have to take into consideration some clearances above this door. And we'll get into that. We'll show the drawing at the end of the video. So to start with, though, let's take a look at what the options are for available bundles in this HS top up and over system. Now, if you look at the chart on the screen there, you'll see that the bundles are divided into three groupings, and that's based on the size of the door as far as its height is concerned, and also the weight of the door. And so in each grouping, there are three colors available: dark gray, light gray, and what they call silk white. Take a look at the size and the weight rating and pick the lift mechanism that'll fit the cabinet that you're putting doors on, that you're putting lift-up doors on. So let's get started with the animation so you can kind of see how this all works. And then at the end, we'll talk about the drilling location for the holes in the door, and it'll also include information about attaching the lift mechanism inside the cabinet. HS bundles include everything you need. There's the lift mechanism, the lever set, the cover caps, the mounting hardware, and all of the screws are included. It's designed to be used with wood screws. You don't have to do any measuring or any drilling. Just slide your lift mechanism back into the cabinet until it engages with the yellow locator tabs, and then slide it up as far as you can and remove the locator tabs. That's how simple. Attaching the lever arms is also easy. Blum made a really good animation to show you how that's done. So just follow this animation. You'll be able to attach the lever arms on the left and the right by following this. Now attaching the door to the lever arms. You have to, of course, attach the mounting plate. The drilling specifications for the hole locations in the door are provided at the end of the video, so you can get that mounting plate on there right. Now the tension adjustment on the lift mechanism, so the door will stop in any position. Use a cordless drill. If you use a handheld screwdriver, it is way too slow to make these adjustments. You'll think the thing is broken. So use a cordless drill for this adjustment. And it's a T20 Torx or star drive that you use. Now door front adjustment. The gap between the back of the door and the front of the cabinet can be adjusted on the hinge arm. Again, you use a star drive, a T20, and you can close that gap or open it depending on what you want. And then there's side-to-side adjustment of the door. And that's made through an access hole in the lever arm. And in this case, you're going to use a posi drive tip to make that adjustment. The door adjusting up and down is made on the lever arm as well, using a star drive. Soft close adjustment is very simple. There's little orange levers that are on the top of the lift mechanism, and you'll see it here depicted in this video. Just adjust that lever to the adjustment that you want. And then your door closes gently. Cover caps are easy to put on. Hardly have to say a word there. They just snap on. The removal of the mechanism, you might wonder why, but if you're going to transport the cabinet, or if you're installing the cabinet, it's nice to do it without the door and the mechanism attached. get the thing up and then install the rest of it afterwards. Now we're going to look at the machining of the door. I have this chart here that you can see. I've also got one in my hand. And you'll notice at the bottom of the chart, there's a little bit of information, the screw hole location from the side of your door. That has to be whatever you decide your overlay is. Then you add 12.5 millimeters or half an inch. And that will put your location for the screw holes that go up and down on the door. Now, from the top of the door to the first screw hole, that's the second sentence down there. Screw hole location from the top of the door, 195 millimeters plus the overlay that you have at the top of your cabinet. So that's drilling locations for the back of the door, and then you put your mounting plate on there to attach the lever arm. Now the second chart that we're looking at here is clearances, and this particular lift mechanism has some clearance issues. So take a close look at this drawing. You'll see the door there at the top. It actually goes right over the top of your cabinet. So if you have a crown molding or something on your cabinet, then you have to consider these clearances. So let's just take a look at the chart. If you look under F equals the gap or the reveal, you see that on the drawing. If your gap is 3 millimeters, that F measurement, if it's 3 millimeters from the top of your door to the cornice or the crown molding or whatever you have, then the largest that your X measurement can be is 31 millimeters or 1 inch and 7/32. Now the Y measurement, that's above the door, if you have a 1/8 inch drilling distance, or I mean a 1/8 inch reveal, then you're going to have 4 5/8 inches up there in that Y measurement. So you have to use the chart here to make sure you have enough clearances. And in most cases, it probably isn't even going to come up, but just in case, it's nice to know. Well, I hope there's been some value to this video that you'll be able to use in selecting your lift mechanism for the cabinet that you're building. And if you like it, give us this thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.